thought I'd pop in and just say hello and talk to you about the Feb Quickie Project. And so what I decided to do is that the month of February, because it was a short month, and I thought, well, I need to sort of, after New Year and January, getting the kids to school and all that other crap, I decided, well, what am I going to do to sort of get work out there, and how I would sort of like, I don't know, start to experiment with a few things and just have some fun. Essentially have some fun. So I decided on the Feb Quickie Project, and I really liked it, a little too much in fact. So I thought I would talk to you about where they are, where they've gone, and what's left essentially, and what you can do about that if you're still interested. So the ones that are still left, I think I did, how much did I do? I did 16 of them over the 28 days. So I kind of took weekends off because I found out that wasn't very good, or I took sort of like a Monday off just to deal with other things and not to do the quickies. So I thought 16 out of 28 is pretty good, because it's better than 0 out of 28. So which ones are left? Which ones are still available? Which ones are still sitting around in my home? Because some of them I really like, and I thought, oh bugger it, I'm going to put them up. So this one is, I think, the second one I did, and this one is called My Beautiful Distraction. So when you get a quickie, they are 20 by 15 centimeters. A lot of them sort of fall within another sort of imaginary, not quite precise border. I think you can just about see the watercolor in the background there, which means you can mat them either inside, like a really tight mat, or just put them straight into a frame like that, because they kind of already are sort of quasi matted. I'll put it over this way. So this one is called My Beautiful Distraction. That was the second one I did, and she's really quite cute, I think. She's got those deep eyes. I know people like to put catch lights in their eyes, but I think she really didn't need them. She's quite adorable just as she is. So she's, when you get them, also they've got the name of it, the year, and my signature on the back, as well as my signature on the front. The second one that's still available is this one. This one's called The Space in Between, or the Space in Between. I don't know. Anyway, that's more collagey, abstracty one. If you're watching on Instagram, this is the one where the paper ripped when I was taking the masking tape off. But as you can see, you can hardly tell. And I collaged over it with another piece of like under paper, sort of where I squish paint when I'm taking it off a brush, or squidgy or whatever. Squeegee. This was based on a Paulo Coelho book that I read called Manual of Warrior of Light. And this one was about finding the space in between, about how we have a dual existence. So we have these two sides of our personality, and it's about them working with each other rather than against each other, and complementing them. And of course that's what makes you you, is how you manage to make those two sides of you exist in a very social way. So it's really nice. So there's the quote there, and I've put his name there just as a reference so I could remember what it was. So that's what that one is, and that one's still available as well. I really quite like that one. I love the colours in that one. I don't know what it is. Then there were these two phthalo turquoisey pieces. There they are. So I did this one first, and this was just leaf printing. I just grabbed some stuff out of the garden and just painted, and then braided onto this background, which is like Southern Ocean blue. It's a Deriva Matisse colour, and I think I'm in love with it. I love it. I go through tubes and tubes of this stuff. It's amazing. It's an amazing colour. And then just put a little bit of text there, and I was umming and ahhing about putting the text in, because way back when I first started dipping back into mixed media, a lot of the courses that I took and a lot of stuff that's around me on my walls is very heavily text-based. And so it was kind of natural for me to want to dip back in and do more text and put text on this. But a few people on Facebook said, no, you don't need the text. And some friends who've been with me on this journey for a while said, you don't need it anymore. Stop doing it. So so I just thought it was really nice and a bit cheeky because it's like up in any direction. And those people who have known me for a while know that I like to put things in there, sort of just obscure the meaning a bit. So these are actually both in my entryway in my house. So when you come into my house, I have these both framed, sitting in there, and they greet you when you walk up my stairs. This one is called Attention Seeker. And because I had overpainted, sorry about the glare, with gold paint on this section here, I thought, oh, that's drawing attention to itself. But you can't really see it. It doesn't really get your attention until you tip it toward the light and then suddenly you get it. So I thought that was a nice little kind of metaphor in there as well, because, my family would say, oh, that's her all over. She sits there quietly in the background and then she just like, wow, comes out. This is the last of the ones that are available, and I did this one a couple of days ago. Beginning of the week. Anyway, it's now Friday. So this is Sunrise, and it just started off as an acrylic inky background that I put down, and I think she's really pretty. And the companion piece Sunset's gone. She's sold to the beautiful Trudy. But she's just delightful. I think she'd be good anywhere, I reckon. So I really, really enjoyed doing this and getting something out of it. So I think I'll just probably be doing more like this, I think. Yeah, because she's pretty damn cute. So what else? So I did 16, and what I've got is these. I've got these ones left over. So just to give you a little clue as to how they sort of like when they're kind of like either 40 or 50 or 60% done, this is kind of what they look like. They kind of look like nothing. And I think Jody, you're looking for something like this, so hopefully that'll be finished and I'll let you know when that's done so you can get first dibs on it. That's kind of like, I was like, oh, that looks good just like that. Looks very abstracty and just kind of like, ooh, bit pretentious, but I don't know. That one was really dark. I'm going to have to do something with that one. So that's just like a lot of really cool napkins just sort of collaged together and making a mess. So when they're finished and I like them, I will put them up on the website at javannascott.com, and it'll be under the shop tab, and again they'll be $20. It will save $4. When I've worked out in the shop how to do different postage, I will let you know, but they will be mailed to you flat in plastic, like tissue paper plastic bag, and in with a grey board behind it, so it doesn't bend in the mail. And fingers crossed, Australia Post still respect your mail and don't scrunch it up and roll it up. So that will be on there. So, but if you're like in New Zealand or I don't know, South Africa, Malaysia, my friends in the US, Canada, UK, if you want one, just let me know and figure out postage. And the beauty is it is just flat, and it's like not even it's almost A5 size. So, it's really inexpensive to post, and then you can just, frame it, lovely frame, or you can just glue it down onto a bit of timber, do whatever you like with it, just to suit your decor. You can put it up on those little clips that's very trendy a few years ago, so it's just kind of hanging there. So yeah, so that was the beauty of the Quickie project. I might do it again later in the year, I don't know. At this stage, I've just drawn a line under the Quickie project. Apart from those few that are there, I have a few commissions that I need to do that I'm really excited about. One's actually from one of the Quickies, which was just fabulous. Thank you. And if you're interested in one of them, just like maybe a bigger size or different colors, just drop me a line through the website, which is hello@giovanascott.com. So we can talk about what size, how much it's going to be, whether you want it, whether you're going to collect if you're local in Brisbane, or whether, you want me to post, and I'll talk to, email or chat about, what the most cost efficient way of getting that artwork to you is. So I've got those. And also I'm going to be exhibiting a lot this year. So just the best thing to do is to get my work out there in front of people who are artists and critics, and just for them to give me feedback and just, talk to me about what my art process is and how I go about doing what I'm doing, because I haven't thought very much about this sort of thing apart from just quitting my job and doing it. So it's going to be a really interesting process this year. So again, if you're in Brisbane or in South East Queensland area and you want to pop in, just make sure you either what's the best way, get on my newsletter list, or just follow my blog, a WordPress blog. So if you just like it in your feed, or if you just like to receive the newsletter, which I put out like once or twice a month, just to let you know. So that's it from me. That's all I wanted to say on it. Please contact me if you'd like to know more about what I've done in the Feb Quickie project, and I look forward to doing a few more of these little videos just to keep you up to date with what I've been doing. Okay.